Carolina and drive past this every single day, and nobody says anything.
Like
that blows my mind. Put a Confederate flag in a daily center and see what happens.
Okay, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem and an issue. Chicago, you can't do that.
And it's different places allow different things culturally. But he was dead on saying when he was in Israel, I wish somebody would fly a Nazi flag. Right. And then try to defend it and say, well, even though that was wrong, I'm proud of my Nazi ancestors because of what?
Right.
It's an ugly and it's an awful truth that until we're
it's an abomination is exactly what it is.
Look, in this country, and until we're willing to be honest about anything here, nothing is going to change.
It's not.
You know,
with that comes accountability and actually acknowledging and being accountable for what has happened. And who wants to do that?
Well, so
it's easier to forget it. Let's not talk about it. It's over. Everybody's good. And it's easier to do that than say, we get it. It's wrong. Let's try to start fixing that. It's an easy fix. Just don't talk about it. It's not.
And that's why nothing's got accomplished, and why this stuff has festered to this point. And we're talking more about a flag that is a symbol of racism and of hate, and is an ugly part of this country's history for a great country that it is. Mm-hmm. And that flag does not represent a whole lot of people how they think. Right. By no means do I think every white person in the world agrees with that. Right. I know they don't. There are people who are vehemently against it. They know that it's wrong, and they're speaking their piece like this is craziness.
Yes.
Like, why do we have to have these kind of conversations? And I'm going to say this all the time, every day. I can stand in somebody's face who doesn't look like me and tell them why it's wrong, and they'll be like, whatever. It takes someone who looks like you to call you to the mat and say, look,
this is what I'm saying.
This is not okay.
This is
we
what I'm
can
saying.
do better than this.
No one will take you seriously. You have to climb the pole and get it. Otherwise, no one will take you seriously.
I'm going to give you a prime example. When I hear people coming at me with half-count conversations about how all white people are bad, I'm like, oh, pump the brakes. I don't know where you got that from. I understand that maybe you've had your fair share of issues, or maybe you haven't, but you just want to jump on board the hate train. Yeah. But I'm sorry, everybody is not hateful, and everybody doesn't have the same agenda. And when you try to demonize an entire group of people, you're doing exactly what somebody wants you to do, to keep facilitating hate. So you need to get your mind right and rethink this, because it's just ignorance.
Yep.
So, I mean, and I've said that to other black people. I will call them to the carpet and say, no, sorry. No, boo-boo kitty, go sit down. No, sorry.
Did you call him boo-boo kitty?
Yeah, no.
I know you did.
I've expanded my vocabulary after watching Empire. Anyways, but no, I mean, you have to be willing to call people to the carpet who look like you, because the first step in change is letting people know that's kind of behavior. You can't check somebody who doesn't look like you, because they'll be like, excuse you? But you can check somebody who looks like you. And and that's when we can start to have real conversations and come to the table. But as long as we're worried about hurting each other's feelings, guess what?
It's not
going to happen. And I'm sorry. If I have to hurt someone's feeling who calls in and tell me they're proud of their Confederate ancestors, then I'm going to hurt your feelings and tell you why that's a problem.
Right.
And then you can go chew on that.
Right.
And if you spit it out if you don't like it. Because here's the thing. I don't expect everyone to agree with how I think or how I feel, because my experience is mine. But I will respect what you think and cast it to the side and keep it moving.
Right.
It's not my job to change everyone's mind in the world. Right. We can have what I hope is a real conversation, and you'll think about it and maybe say, well, maybe. But if it doesn't, I really don't care. Because life is too short to toil over individual thoughts from people.
Exactly.
Like, for instance, you think I'm going to change a Klan member's thought? Probably not.
Never. No.
But I might meet somebody who never really has been exposed to somebody of color, and it might be
impactful.
You got to pick and choose your moments when they really make sense.
Yes.
When it really makes sense. And I give him credit for the fact that, for Paul Butler, I thought he was eloquent, and he got right to the point. And I'm glad MSNBC allowed him to expand the platform just a little bit more.
And explain it.
What's your thoughts on this? 708-223-0030. But we are set to take another break, and it is time for the Rob G. Midday Mix. That's right. Get you ready, because right now you should be in your lunch break. And when we come back, Man Crush Monday, we'll start with our in-studio guest, who will add the male dynamic to the conversation. Stay tuned.
All right.
The Maya Kai Show.
Enjoy, guys.
All of the people start to rush by. How does he twist a dance? Can't buy my drink, a man. Where are my keys? I lost my phone.